Welcome to the Manifestation and Money podcast, Kristen.
Thank you, Jen. So glad to be here with you.
I am so happy you're here with me. You are a girl who likes to chat about manifestation and all the fun things. So let's start with sharing with the listeners just who you are and what your story is.
Well, we only have 25 minutes. So now my name's Kristen M.F. Clark. And the reason I choose an M.F. in there is for number one, yes, it means exactly what you think it means. But number two, it makes it easy to find me. There's a lot of Kristen Clarks out there. But there's only one MFer, and that's me. And so if you're looking for me on any social media or website or whatever, that's how you can find me easily. I'm just a human being just like you guys. And I have found my passion is magic. It's magic, it's miracles, it's manifestation. And I didn't choose this. It's like it chose me. You go off over here and become, I don't know, a kinesiologist or something, and magic just kind of follows along like the dog that just won't go home. And so, at some point you're just like, okay, fine. This is who I am. Obviously, this is what I love. This is the subject that I could be really busy doing something and somebody over here starts talking and I'm like, what? Oh, and it just pulls me right in. And that's what this is. That's what it's all about. And that's why I love doing it and have been speaking on it for, God, 40 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I resonate with that. I used to be what I call a closet manifester, where I was really quiet about it. And then now I have a podcast about it. So I'm like, you
That's,
know what? And like you said, you're just
yeah.
drawn to the conversations about it, the
Yeah.
intrigue behind it, the wow, the stories. There's just so much fun and playfulness that comes from it. I find I just can't
Well
avoid the
said.
conversations.
I
So
love that you said playfulness. That's so good.
yeah, but it is playfulness, right? I feel like that is such a big piece of manifestation. I don't feel like you can manifest from a place, well, no, that's a lie. You can manifest from a place of down and out, but you're not really going to be attracting essentially the right thing. So if you can have a certain playfulness about it, I feel like that's where the fun happens.
The more freeing you give yourself permission to be when it comes to manifestation, the better things, the more fun the world that if you're sitting here going, oh God, I'm trembling. Oh no, I'm in a bad mood. Oh no, that's not a fun place to live in at all.
Mhm.
But if you're trusting of reality and you're trusting enough of magic and that magic's going, oh, vibrate where you want. I gotcha. Wow. You talk about freedom, the absolute freedom. And that's why I reached out to you.
Mhm.
Because when it comes to money, don't we all have this absolute, there's, step A, step B, step C, step D. And then you're like going, oh, wait a minute, I forgot the steps. Oh no, I forgot what I'm supposed to be. And it really, truly, for me, it's become so much about not following these so-called cosmic laws that who, what, where. When I was little and a baby, and I didn't even know, I didn't even never even heard the word magic or manifestation or anything like that. And I was so abundant, right? You talk about all your needs being met in every way, shape, or form. You didn't even have to think about it. It was mindless. People were doting on you, right?
Mhm.
Didn't have any rules. I wasn't worried about vibrating. I vibrated wherever the hell I wanted to. And still, everything was outrageously abundant. Food, love, electricity, water, everything. We were never thinking about all this have tos.
Yeah.
And and that's why I loved that you said playful.
Yeah, and in that, you're saying that, okay, even if you're at a lower vibration level, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're attracting more of that lower vibration level as long as you're trusting
Yep.
something. So
I
you can be at a
then
lower vibration, but have the trust that it's all going to work out, and that
yeah.
trust will be your compass to get you what you want.
Yes, yes, yes. And isn't that freeing? It's freeing from believing that abundance or manifestation is fragile. It's not fragile. Magic is magic. The whole definition behind magic is defying gravity, defying every freaking thing, including vibrations, including laws, including moods, and all of that. Magic's magic. And so when we take all these rules and everything, it's like, okay, you can play that game. You absolutely can, because you're the operant power. So go for it. And you're going to create all sorts of proof that that's the way to go, until you don't, until magic surprises you and you go, oh, wait a minute. This didn't follow rules. I mean, and I have so many examples of being down in the lowest of dirt for days and days, and then landing the most unbelievable house, job, falling right into my lap, exactly what I wanted. I mean, exactly to the T. And I was too lazy. I didn't do any of the things you're supposed to do to manifest this. I didn't have vision boards. I didn't have anything. And yet I still got it. And I got it better than I thought. And so it's like, when we're talking about money, when we're talking about abundance, freeing ourselves from thinking that it's fragile. It's fragile because, where we can go from here, but I'm going to let you talk.
Yeah, no, that's fascinating, because if you're saying, and yes, I agree, so many of the things that we're taught are the tools. You don't have to do the tools. The tools are just there to, in a sense, I think, to help you believe that it's going to happen. You're putting in the work, therefore, we're human beings. We like to feel like we're doing something to get the results. So you're saying you can be lazy and still have the things show up. So what do you think is your secret sauce then? Like, what, if you were to say, what is the lazy way to manifest? How would you describe that?
Oh my gosh, that's so well said. The secret sauce. I love that. Number one, I hate the word secret, because everything that comes with that. But that's what leads us down these holes. I mean, I think the kindergarten aspect of manifestation comes along to help it be more digestible, to help it be easier and a lot more fun. And it gets us excited. It gets us very happy and excited. And we start seeing possibility where before we were just like, but we don't stop. We don't stop. It's like law of attractions over here, and that was fun. And I wish I could feel that way again, but I don't. Every time I hear things about law of attraction, I'm like, I'm rolling my eyes. And then, the next one comes along, and the next one, and the next one, and each one served wonderfully. But the one thing they always came back to: Christianity, non-duality, quantum, all the laws of assumption, all of them. The one thing they all have in common: me. And the other thing is this: if I have to have a secret sauce, me. Because that's the only common denominator in everything, including being a billionaire, including living out of my car, including being the person who gets crickets on my posts, to the person that gets thousands and thousands of views. And that's always the common denominator. Always, 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 always. And I mean, I guarantee you, there's 1,000 people out there doing videos on how to manifest money. And as the host, you've seen them all. You've seen all the different ones. But don't you think, if those techniques really worked, number one, that person would be on their yacht somewhere out in the middle of having a blast. They wouldn't be doing podcasts or all these posts, right? And number two, if there really was a secret sauce, we would have, how long have human beings been around? Don't you think we would have found it by now? So you got to start thinking a little more scientifically, like going, wait a minute, wait a minute. Number one, since you're the common denominator, what is it that you love? Not Joe Blow over here. What do you love? What lights you up? Where have you seen abundance coming out and surprising you? That's why I say you're allowed to vibrate anywhere, because I have had the most unbelievable things land in my lap when I'm way up here or I'm way the hell down there. It didn't seem to matter. So that made me go, wait a minute, let's think about this. So the only thing in your reality that is constant, I mean, everything else comes and goes. Money comes and goes, your moods come and go, the light comes and goes, weather, all of these things come and go. Beliefs, ideas, all of this comes and goes and comes and goes all over the place. But there's one thing in your reality that you can't get away from. You can't make it come and go. And that's you. So perhaps that's where we need to be focusing on, rather than step one, step two, step three, that you could be really focused and you could be determined that this is what I'm going to do. But then somebody comes and knocks on your door and you forget all about it. You're like, oh, hi.
You're saying that, and because there's so much buzz out there in the manifestation world, that your vibration is what is attracting that thing to you. And I love that you are saying, because for me, I love people to feel like they have options. And in manifestation, I don't think anybody can be stuck into a box. So the fact that you are bringing an option to what a lot of people are saying is exciting for me because it gives people just options. And as I know, for me as a person, I love to have options. So to know that, oh, I might not be having the greatest day, week, or month, but I can still manifest. I can still hold the dreams that I want and just trust that it's going to happen. So are you saying that somebody can, I guess it would be almost like a quantum jump then, go from being in this down and out state and getting the dream job or whatever it would be without kind of going up a step ladder?
Oh, freaking A, absolutely. Guys, you do it. Number one, you do it all the time. You're so good at that. Quantum jumping, quantum shifting, whatever we want to call it. You're so good at it that you don't even realize you're doing it, as Bashar likes to say, billions of times in a second. And you'll get to see it. And I'll show you guys a shift right now. So I'm kind of looking a little serious what I'm talking about, hands waving about. Now, in the next minute, I can just smile. Totally different person, huh? Totally different person, totally different energy that you are feeling. You're totally different. I have a video on my YouTube and it shows a girl going up some steps and she's just like, she's slouching and she's dragging herself up the steps. And she's just, I mean, that's an energy field. You can feel it. You can feel that. And then the next one shows this girl, she's standing tall. She's basically skipping up these steps. She's leading with her hips. Her shoulders are backing up. Totally different energy. Guys, you do that all day long. That's a quantum shift. That's a purposeful quantum shift. It brings a whole different world into your reality. It brings in different mindset, which is everything. It brings in all this new stuff. And you think, well, no, it's the same steps. It's the same handrail right there. Really, is it? Play with this and you're going to see it's completely different. Even the gravity is different. So you think about the fact that your energy, right? Cells, molecules. Molecules are made of atoms. Atoms are made of subatomic particles. We didn't always believe that, but now we know. And subatomic particles are made of what? Energy. Energy doesn't have a formulation to it. Energy doesn't have a physical makeup. It's energy. Everything. Your thoughts, my jacket, money. Money is serious energy. Magic, all these things are energy. They're just energy. So it's like, I don't stop here. On an energetic level, there is no wall, there is no separation between me and the air around me and me and the wall of the house. All of that at some level is simply energy. So if you're walking around thinking money doesn't grow on trees, if you replace that word money and put in energy, my energy doesn't grow on trees, you start realizing just how ridiculous we think with money. Just always replace the word money with energy. And you're going to start feeling how abundant, how money is everywhere. I could have a dollar bill right here. Here's a check. Here's one of my paychecks right here. And is it really a paycheck or is it energy? Is it a dollar bill or is it just energy? Is it a $1 bill? Is it $1,000 bill? It's all just energy. And so we go real scientific. You want to talk quantum? This is quantum. This is quantum mechanics, actually. Understanding that in a Newtonian society, Newton, where separation, gods, everything's separated, everything's dense and hard. That's one thing. And you could play there. It's cool. But in a quantum mechanic world where everything is energy, because it truly is, we have proved this, we know this, there is no separation. So who the heck is making this feel like this check is nothing or feel like this check is winning the lottery? Who's making those decisions? Who's making that? Yeah.
We are the common denominator.
Every single moment of life, every single moment. And that's a whole nother podcast, is talking about existence.
So how do we use us as the common denominator to our advantage, to work in our
That's
favor?
a very good question. And it's a question that only you can answer. Because, guys, I've been doing speaking for 40 years. And again, the common denominator is always me. And I'll go into an event thinking, I've got this subject. I know exactly, like right now, I've got so many notes that I haven't even looked at for our discussion here. And you find you just go a different direction than you planned. And this is what happens when you are alive. This is what alive is. So you guys are watching me and Jen on a flat screen, right? Whatever it is, it's a flat screen. It's one dimensional. And yet in my world, everything is infinitely dimensional, including our emotions, including everything that comes from energy. Energy takes whatever form. And when we try to take, as you said earlier, this fitting ourselves in a box, something like this, that's infinitely crazy, and fitting it in a box that a one-dimensional thing told me to do, whether it's a book or whether it's a TV show, whatever, whether it's a memory, very one-dimensional, it doesn't work. We create angst. We create I gotta get out of here. I gotta move. We just create feelings, anxiety that we just don't. And all that is just going this heads up. You're trying to cram yourself into something too small. Take a breather, go for a walk. You're fine. All, as Louise Hay loves to say, all is well. All is well. Out of this situation, only good's gonna come. Only good has ever come. You might have memories of bad, but my question is always, is that happening now? Is that happening right now? No, but yeah, buts are great, but you can go bigger than that. You can always prove to yourself you've always gotten to the other side. Whatever has got you in a, but see, back then this happened and I got fired and I lost, my ex cheated on me, whatever. You got to the other side, didn't you? Every single time. You never stayed down. You always got to the other side. And how you did that That's for you to get to know. We want this perfect cookie cutter recipe how to do it. Well, you'll get one, but it's only going to work for that one time. And you're always guided. You're always safe. You're always okay, even though we can think of 1,000 ways to be unsafe. In this moment, right here, right now, are you okay? Yeah. Okay. Get to know you. Get to know the operant power, the God of this reality, the only thing that doesn't come and go. Because, see, at some point, Jen and I are going to turn this off and we're not going to exist in your reality anymore. But you're going to keep going. You're going to keep existing. Get to know the only constant in your reality.
Yeah. What stuck with me in that is the comparison of, okay, you can be you in your present moment, is what you're saying. Like just embody being you in the present moment and feeling that and getting in touch with you because you are going to know what you need if you are in tune in that present moment, what you need, where you need to go. But the fact that a past thought in your head or listening to a podcast or reading a book, those are all just bits of information
Yeah.
that you can take it or leave. Those are influencing you in the moment now, and it's up to you to choose to either take it on as something you're working with or to block it out. But it's essentially that's all white noise. Even our past thoughts, which I found was fascinating. I'm like, oh yeah, that impacts us equally as reading a book.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
Because, I mean, God, memories, they're great, but they are manifestations. You manifest in every moment. You're manifesting everything, including this discussion. You did that. Not me, not if somebody's watching this, not Jen. You did this. You manifested Jen and I having this discussion. You manifested these things that I'm bringing up. That's that version of you that you're like, well, how do I get to know that version of you? There you go. There you go. There she is. There he is. Right there going, I got you. You needed, for some reason, you had a prayer of clarity needed, freedom needed, and you manifested this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
It's an absolute impossibility for you not to be manifesting. You manifest 24/7. You either do it on default or you can do it purposefully, whatever. The funny thing that I found is that these methodologies that worked for me for a while, they actually slow it down.
Ooh, chew on that.
Yeah.
You're probably hitting somebody right now who's going, but I'm just getting the hang of it. I just have memorized what I'm supposed to be doing. Now you're telling me it might slow me down.
No, don't you hate that? Don't you hate when you're like, okay, I just got the hang of it. Now you're throwing a wrench in my gears. No, darling, you threw the wrench in your gears for some reason. We don't stop. If you've ever gotten up early and there's like this amazing sunrise, and you're like, oh, I gotta run and get my camera. By the time you get back, it's all different. And you're like, damn it, I said wait. And that's you. That's you going, no, we don't stop. We don't stop. As much as you want us to stop, stop. It never, ever works. There's just this constant growth and expansion and growth and expansion. And in every moment, everything you bring your way, you said it could be just a video or whatever. That's another thing is when you're enjoying wasted time, that's not wasted time, right? And that's key. That's very important to see. And that doesn't mean that your joy is, roller coaster. What? It's not like that. Your joy can be chill. It can actually even feel like guilt sometimes. But again, here's that getting to know you, getting to really go, wow, I was feeling guilty and I just got a surprise check in the mail. What the hell? Abraham Hicks says that that's not the way it works. But boy, it sure worked for me. So, okay. Or was that a fluke?
I love playing that game. Is it real or is it just a coincidence or is it a synchronicity? It's
And
fun.
you are the constant. So you get to choose. Is manifestation fragile? Is it very picky about how it's going to work for me? Or is it going, go away. I got this. I got this. I already know what you want. Well, even before you know what you want, just chill.
It's so playful, which is what I love about this conversation. And I'd
Yes.
love for you to share what your biggest piece of advice would be for someone to go out and create a life they love.
Oh my God. I wish hell, I'd give it to myself if I had it. You know, I was thinking about that before I got on here with you. Um, Long time ago, I worked as a person that checks you out the grocery store. And we had to ask people all the time, I hated this. Do you want to buy a hunger bag? I mean, people just spent $200 on their groceries. The last thing they want to hear is you going, do you want to spend? Do you want to give to the poor? Do you want to help? And we're supposed to ask if people want to spend another $5. And so we automatically, you went into it going, I hate this. I hate this. And I really realized right then that I was creating, I was like, oh, people are going to say no. People are going to say no. So what do you think I started creating? I started creating no's left and right. And yes, I would have an occasional yes, but even that yes was colored by me going, that's a fluke, you know? And then I decided to change it. I decided to hear a yes where I heard no's, just to be that person. So when somebody said a no, I start acting like I just heard a yes. I just be inside. I'm just like, oh boy, I got another one. And I'm just all happy. And it immediately shifted me. It really shifted me. And I started realizing that was a much happier place to live. That was a much better place to live. It started not being about what I was manifesting, but about making this a fun place to live. And so then I started going, I wonder if I could sell 20. The most I'd sold was 2. And I'm like, let's just go crazy. What would it be like if I sold 20? And I'm really just kind of thinking of myself as the 20 person. And next thing I know, this guy's going, he's pointing to the display behind me. He goes, oh, I saw that on TV. He goes, give me 20 of them. And he whips out $100 bill. And I went, oh, inside, I'm like, holy shit, this really works, you know? And, but I was also just in just total happy and joy. And even when I went home that night, I was just so, guess what happened? Oh, yeah, that's such a much better place to live. Well, let me tell you the last one. So the next day was our last day selling them. And I was thinking, okay, this is the last day. Let's go preposterous. Let's go delusional. And I thought 40. Let's see if anybody would buy 40. And forgot about it. Went about my day doing the job I love. And my last lady that night, well, she wasn't exactly last. She was like the third to last. This little old lady. She looked like she was on Social Security and everything. And I'm like, I'm not going to ask her. And she comes up and we're talking. She's like this big. And she goes, oh, I almost forgot. She goes, I have to buy some hunger bags. And I said, okay. And she goes, 40. She goes, you know what? I asked God and God told me 40. So I want 40. And I'm like going, of course, inside, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. And it was just so light and so fun. It was like being on a roller coaster. But the same thing is this too. She asked God and she heard me. So, babies, there is a God in your reality and you're looking at him in the mirror every single time.
Fascinating. I think that is the strongest note to leave this podcast on because that is fun, that is playful, that is expansive. And Kristin, I'd love for you to share with listeners where they can reach out, catch more of you, carry on this conversation.
Like I said in the beginning, you guys can find me anywhere. It's Kristen M.F. Clark, whether it's Facebook or, oh God, am I on TikTok now? I think I am. Instagram, YouTube. Each one is a different version of me. The TikTok is much more childlike and just fun life stuff. Instagram is a little more the speaker, YouTube being the same. And of course, I have a website too. But all you have to do is put in Google, just Kristen M.F. Clark.
Awesome. I will link that in the show notes for people. And thank you so much for joining me on the show today for this fun conversation.
Thank you, Jen.